राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, कलये सुन्दराकारं सदैकप्रियदर्शनम् अज्ञाननाशकं देवं सद्गुरुं मुरलीधरं, मुरलीमण्डितकरकमलं मुनिजनमोहनं व्यत्यस्तपादं वनमालाधारिणं प्रेमभक्तमण्डलनित्यकीर्तितं श्रीप्रेमिकवरदम् आश्रयेऽहम्। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चार्तेषु अभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः, तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा, धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि, कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः, कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः, नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनः तं नमामि हरिं परम्, बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वंश्च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। श्रीहरये नमः, श्रीहरये नमः, श्रीहरये नमः। गोपिका जीवनस्मरणं गोविन्द गोविन्द, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Radhe Radhe. With the immense kripa of our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Maharanyam Shri Shri Muralidhar Swamiji, and with the divine blessings from our Shri Madhuri Sakhi Sameta Premika Varada Thakurji, today we will be seeing about one more charitram of a Bhagavata Gajendra. We have been relishing some important episodes, anecdotes and events from Srimad Bhagavatam for the past 5 days. It is said that essence of Srimad Bhagavatam is Nama Sankirtanam. It is the Kali Yuga Dharma. Our Guruji always says that whenever and wherever we get the time to chant this divine name, we should be chanting. That way we will be the recipient of Krishna Kripa. And the essence or the culmination of bhakti is in Atma Nivedanam. That is, surrendering ourselves completely to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. This surrender can be done using our three karanam, that is, the three organs that we are given. One is Kayika Sharanagati, that is, surrendering ourselves with our entire body to the lotus feet. The second one is Vachika Sharanagati, that is, surrendering ourselves by our walk. It is nothing but Nama Sankirtanam. Third one is Manasa Sharanagati, that is, living a life with this Maha Vishwasam and with a clear and a Nishchaya Buddhi that we would certainly attain the lotus feet of Bhagavan and living a life of Prapanna, that is, completely surrendering ourselves to Bhagavan. This surrender in Srimad Bhagavatam was done by many Bhagavatas in many ways. But the most important and often repeated episode in Srimad Bhagavatam is the surrender of our Gajendra Alvar. And most Alvars have sung on Gajendra Alvar's Sharanagati. Many poets, many Bhagavatas, many Acharya Purushas have sung. Our own Guru Maharaj has sung about this Gajendra, where he sees this Gajendra as Parama Bhagavata and keeps him in one of the Guru position, where in the Madhura Geetam he describes about 9 Gurus and Gajendra is one of the Gurus. Unnata Guru Mandalam Bhajami, Unnata Guru Mandalam Bhajami, Bhagavata Gajendram Aham Namami, Bhagavata Gajendram Aham Namami, Dehi me tava prapanna lakshanam, Dehi me tava prapanna lakshanam, Unnata Guru Mandalam Bhajami. So here Guruji is saying, he's referring Gajendra as Parama Bhagavata, and he's saying, he's praying that, oh Gajendra, give your Prapanna Lakshanam, the surrender quality. So Gajendra Moksham is a very important part in Srimad Bhagavatam. And it has a beautiful element to it, that is, it has 28 verses of Gajendra Stuti. All the essence of Upanishad was told by Gajendra Alvar in this beautiful stuti. And this Gajendra story happens in the 4th Manvantara. So there are 14 Manvantarams that constitute a day of Brahma. So right now we are living in 7th Manvantaram. Chaturdha Uttama Bhrata Manurna Nacha Tamasaha Prutur Kyatir Naraketur Ityadhyada Satatsutaha. So this 4th Manvantaram was named after the 4th Manu called Tamasa. Tatrapi Jagane Bhagavan Harinyam Harimedasaha Harir Ityahato Yena Gajendro Mochito Grahat. In this Manvantaram, Gajendra does Prapannam and Bhagavan gives him moksha. So listening to this, when Shukhamani was saying, Parikshit was so surprised and he was so excited to hear about this Gajendra. Then he says, Badarayana yetate shrotum icchamahe vayam harir yata gajapatim graha grastum amunuchate. So he says, my dear Badarayana, O Shukhamuni, I wish to hear in detail how this Bhagavata Gajendra, being an elephant, did surrender to Bhagavan and how Bhagavan delivered him. So now Shukhamuni starts describing about this beautiful mountain, Trikuta mountain. And it is said that it has 3 peaks, and Shukhamuni goes on saying about this beauty of this mountain and the different gardens it had, and a lot of fruits. Name a fruit, name a flower, name a plant, name a leaf. You cannot miss to see that. So it was filled with beautiness everywhere. There were a lot of birds enjoying, and it was beautiful. So this Gajendra, so there was this king elephant called Gajendra. He, along with his consorts and his the whole kingdom, he came to this beautiful mountain, and he sees this beautiful mountain, and he mesmerized by that beauty, and they keep on enjoying, and things were going very easily for them. But after some days, things started becoming very difficult for Gajendra and his herd of elephants. So there was drought and there was no drop of water. So we should be surprised how when there is this beautiful mountain and everything, it's greenery, but you don't find water. So then Gajendra was thinking and how to get the water. So he kept on searching, but they couldn't find. And then here Ramona says, Idrichaya. Then he suddenly smells this lotus from somewhere. So here Ramona says that Sakshat, that Padmavati Devi, consort of Lord Narayana, she's a Karuna Murti, right? So she wanted to deliver this Gajendra, like it's the time. You have to deliver Gajendra. So she planted that lotus in that pond. So she made this Gajendra to smell that lotus. So then the moment Gajendra smelled that lotus, his eyesight shifted to the direction and that lotus was shining all alone. Then he was so happy. And then he, along with all his crew, he started to walk towards the direction of that lotus. So here Shukhamani describes the walk of Gajendra, how he was. So he is called Mother Gajam. That means usually elephants have this the mother meal that will be just flowing. It's called a temporal fluid that will be always flowing. But this elephant had a more of that. So when he was walking in that forest, even the wild animals like lion and tiger, they used to run because they were so scared. And he used to walk to show like how, that he was more powerful. He's the most powerful creature. And all these small elephants were taking shelter under Gajendra. So he was walking like this, moving his trunk here and thither. And then they all walked. And finally, when he reached the lotus, to his surprise, he saw a big pond filled with lot of lotus. It seems that this pond was as big as Kshirabdi. So the moment these elephants saw this water, they jumped into the water and they started this halchal. Some elephants were throwing water at them. Some elephants were just chilling. All the baby elephants were swimming. And some elephants were bathing. So they were enjoying to the core. And then all these elephants were enjoying, and Gajendra was very happy seeing all his crew enjoy. And then days passed by. And there is a life under this pond also. Na? They didn't realize it. Soon, all these water animals started to see, and they were surprised to see that something was, did Indra struck his arrow, thunderstorm, and something has happened to our life. They started to scare. And then when they saw these elephants doing this all kolahal, they were very scared because they were stomping small fishes and their life was totally disturbed. And then, so for every place, there will be a king. Even for a village, like how they will have a serpent, there will be a head for every place. Then all these sea water, the pond, the animals that were in the pond, they went. And there was this king, he's called Makarendra. Makara means crocodile. Indran, Makariti, Indran, he was the king. Then all the water animals went and then they started complaining that something has happened. They are all disturbing our life. You only have to take care. Then this crocodile sees, and exactly there were in fact, there were like thousands of elephants. But this crocodile slipped through all these elephants and got exactly the hold of this Gajendra. Why? Because Daiva Choditaha. It was ordained by the Antaryami, Sri Bhagavan Sri Krishna, for the crocodile to go and catch hold of Gajendra. Why? Because when we need jnana, we need vairagya, isn't it? So the vairagya is preceded, jnana is preceded by vairagya. And for Gajendra to get to that stage of becoming a vairagi, his haughtiness and pride has to be attacked. So it seems he was pride in these three things. First, he always prided himself being the most powerful creature in the entire world of creation. And second, he prided himself being the most influenced animal for all the lower creatures. And third, he was prided being the Raja, and he thought that all the elephants that are around him are there to serve him. And in fact, he also says that they may even die for him. So when this crocodile caught hold of Gajendra's leg, his first pride got attacked. That is, he was thinking he was the most powerful creature. The moment it caught, he just looked down and then he saw it's a crocodile. Then he just did like this, but it didn't leave. He tried that in several ways here and there, but didn't. He used all his strength, maximum strength, power, and everything to get rid of that crocodile, but it didn't leave. And like this, he fought for 1,000 years, but still he couldn't do anything. So his first pride of being the strongest was hurt. Second was the small creatures. We saw that even the lions were even scared of him. What to speak of this crocodile? That's what he thought. A simple water animal, what will this do? But he couldn't get rid of that crocodile in any way. The second pride was attacked. The third pride was that all the elephants around him, he was very proud that these will do anything for me. Then when he was in this situation, he called 2 elephants. And they came and they saw, Maharaja, any difficulty? Then he said, I tried my level best. Can you please help me to get rid of the crocodile? They tried. It didn't happen. Then lot of elephants came, tried to drag him. Didn't happen. Then even the she elephants came and they were asking, why don't you drag that crocodile to the banks? That way we can finish off him in the bank. Usually crocodiles have very less power when they are in the banks on the land, and vice versa. Elephants will have less power when they are in water. So the moment Gajendra takes 2 steps ahead, this crocodile is dragging him 2 steps down now. So then all the elephants, they thought, no use. Anyway, this Gajendra is going to die. We all he fought himself for 1,000 years. We did our best and they all left. So his third pride was also hurt. So now Guruji sings beautiful, depicts this in a beautiful Madhura Geetam where he says, Tavamum Yavanamum Danamum Balamum Sutradarum Padaviyum Kolum Arasanum Aptaru Dharmamum Nidiyum Nilai Ketta Ulagil Nilayade Samayatil Udavade Uruvarul Bondre Harive. Here he says Tavamum Yavanam. So Yavanam, his youth was gone because he fought for 1,000 years. All his strength and everything gone. His youth was gone. Danamu, his property of king and the kingdom was everything gone. So while this was happening, some of the elephants went aside and they said, this king is gone. Now it's time for us to have an assembly and form our own king and all the ministers. So his Danamum gone, Balamum, his strength was gone. Sutratara relatives, all his brothers, other elephants, in fact, even his own wives left him. Padaviyum, his position of the king, gone. So everything was gone. So here Guruji says, Nilai ketta ulagil nilayade. So in this world, which is itself is up and down, nothing is permanent. Everything has to go away one day or the other. And samayatil udavade, when that too, when we needed the most. So when Gajendra needed the most help, support from all these people or all these things that we just saw, nothing could help him. So here Surdas also says, नाक कान डूबन लागे कृष्ण को पुकारे हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद राहो शरण अब तो जीवन हारे हे गोविंद हे गोपाल. So here Sudha says, when Gajendra's nail was in the water, he did not care, he did not pray, he didn't even think about Bhagavan. And when his knee went down, no. In fact, the whole body went into the water, no. And last, even the mouth also went under, no. When the naak and kan, when the nose and ears started to, sink in the water, then he, at the blink of death, he did this Artha Prapatti. That is what Surdas says. So now, when nothing is important, nothing could help, somebody should help, right? So here, again, Ramona quotes one more beautiful Madhuri Geetam from our Guruji's composition. तक तरुणत पक तुने नमक मुरलीधर स्वामी प्रेमिक वरदनंद्रो. So takka tarunatil pakka tunai namak. So when we needed the most support and assistance, who will be there to help? Our Guruji's Muralidharan Swami Premika Varada will be there to help. So now Gajendra started to realize that everything is of waste. Now there should be some Bhagavan who should be able to help. Now it is said now that Guru's Kripa is none other than Hari's Kripa. So now Shukhamani starts saying, Evam vyavasito buddhya samadhaya manovidhi Jajapa paramam japyam pragjanmani anusikshitam. So here he says pragjanmani, at the point where his influence, his power, his position, his strength, everything became empty, the Guru Arul started to work. Guru's Kripa started to slowly work. And who is his Guru? Agastya. So his Kripa started to work and slowly he started to remember his Prag Janmani, the old Janma. So this Gajendra was a Pandya king in Dravida Desha. So this story comes later on after the Gajendra Stuti. So he is called as Indradyumna. This Indradyumna was a Hari Bhakta. One day, he decided to do a puja and archana to Hari. And then he invited his entire kingdom and he was doing archana. And on that day, his Guru Agastya came to visit him. So whenever a Mahatma comes to visit you, that too your own Guru comes and visits you, whatever you are doing, then and there you have to leave, you have to get up and bow down and do namaskarams to your Guru. But this Indradyumna didn't even care. So he thought, since I did the Sankalpa, I arranged for the puja, let me throw Mauna Vratam on my Guru. So he kept a Mauna Vratam. And in fact, he has gone to this level where, since I'm doing this puja, I have a lot of varieties of fruits, flowers, and everything I'm doing with all these golden vessels. My guru does only with the coconut shell. Let him enjoy, na? Let him see how I am doing the puja. Then, seeing all this, Agastya laughed and he said, he was thinking, oh my goodness, Gajendra, Indradyumna, puja is supposed to give you vinayam. Puja is supposed to give you humility. The whole idea of doing a puja is with humility and adoration and love towards Bhagavan Hari. If you are doing the same thing, then this is not going to help you. You are going in very fast in a wrong lane. So there is separate room for all this. So he sees that the pride, arrogance, and haughtiness is growing in Indradyumna. So he then addresses Indradyumna. Hey Indradyumna, this human body is given for Hari Bhakti. There is no place for your arrogance. This is all spilled to your spirituality. And for example, if right now I am doing Harikatha, I'm very hungry. I cannot just order food here and eat here, right? There is separate room called as Prashadam Hall where I have to go and eat there. So what I will do, I will say, I will do Kshamapan and excuse me, and I will go, finish off, go to Prashadam room, eat, and then come back and continue my Katha. So like that, there is another room specially for this haughtiness and pride. There is another creature. So Ramana says that for every creature, for every swabhavam, there is a creature. So for this swabhavam of haughtiness is increasing in you, Gajendra. So this is not the right body for you. There is another room where you can finish off your haughtiness. So you will be born as an elephant. And here, when doctors do the cataract operation, they won't do immediately for your eye. They will let that cataract thing grow to its 100%, so like to the peak, and then only they will completely remove it off. Like that, I will make your madam, your haughtiness and pride, grow in this form of elephant. When once it reaches the peak, I will give you a blow. Then Sakshat Hari will come and take your hand and give you moksha. So Guru always thinks about our hitam only. When hearing this, Indradyumna fell at the feet of his Guru and he starts crying. And his Agastya says, this is all not coming out of my anger, Indradyumna. You should understand that this is not a curse. This is in fact a blessing. I am trying to finish off your everything and I'm trying to cut off your bandham immediately, like very soon. And I'm trying you to send to Bhagavan very soon. So Guru's compassion is always, you cannot match with that. So it is not an intention, or there's no intention for a Guru to tell you what he has to do with you. He shows his love and compassion, and he does always hitam. So like this, Indradyumna was in fact blessed as an elephant. So here our Narayana Bhattadri says, if you do Hari Puja and if you are a Hari Bhakta, it won't happen generally, but when that Hari Bhakta was supposed to take a janma of any creature, Hari will make sure that he will be the Raja in that janma. So that is why this Gaja became the Gajendra. He made king in the next birth also. So this is and all Gajendra was slowly remembering. And this is his first lesson of Vedantam that his Guru Agastya gave him. And then once he gets remember about his life and all, then he started to Jajapa Paramam Japyam Prag Janmani Anusikshritam. So he started to tell the exact same words what his Guru taught in his previous birth. So Agastya, when he was his guru, he taught all the Vedantam and Shastras to Indradyumna. So he started to repeat the same thing. And then Shukmani further says, Yevam Vyavasito Buddhya Samadaya Manohriti. So Gajendra, once he started to remember everything, then he became very calm. And he slowly started to get this vivekam of where to attach and where to have a detachment. And he did not even blame. There is no blame game at all. So whenever we are in any trouble, the first thing we do is we start to blame others or the things that caused the trouble, isn't it? But due to Guru's kripa, Gajendra didn't even care about to blame anybody. Even like where he didn't, it is said, even the she-elephants and the brothers, there's his own family, right? They should be able to at least help him in a Kashtakalam. But he said, it is not there, like it is not necessary for them to even protect you at the difficult times. So he did not even blame. And there is no resentment also with his bandhus. And now with this calm, and he made his mind calm and composed. So prayers are very, very powerful when we do with a calm and a composed mind. With agitated mind, if you tend to pray, those prayers won't be successful. So Anna says that in dramas and all, they usually show that whenever a saint or somebody just bend down the knee and he will be shouting, and then Bhagavan will immediately come. That and all virtual, but when it comes to very reality, prayers are very powerful when we do with a calm mind. So realizing with all these, he started struggling. He sees that the lot of blood is oozing out, his strength is all oozing out. But now, instead of struggling, he became silent. Crocodile was also surprised. What happened to this Gajendra? Till now, he was so agitated. But he started, he became very calm. He was also wondering what happened. Then we will look into this crocodile story. So he was a Gandharva in his previous Janma. He was called as Huhu. So generally Gandharvas are very famous for singing. So that is why whenever any musicians or Carnatic singers sing, we will say, aha, oh ho ho. So those are in fact the names of Gandharvas. So this Huhu was also a great singer, a good Gandharva. There was another Bhakta, he was a Bhagavata, he was also a Gandharva. He's called as Devala. His name is Devala. So whenever that Devala tries to sing, he is a Hari Bhakta. So he goes into the deep bhavam and he starts to pray to Bhagavan when he gets this horripilation Gadgadam and his voice gets choked. So he won't be able to, he'll start singing, and with this bhavam he suddenly goes down and his voice and all will gets troubled. So seeing this, who thought, this is all funny. Then one day what happened, this Devala wanted to take a bath in the pond, and he gets down to the pond and he starts Gajendra Varada Sharanam Sharanam. So he starts to sing, and suddenly the pitch with the Gadgadam, it goes down. The moment it goes, this Huhu pulls him down. Devala thought for 1 second he thought, Mudala. That means some crocodile has caught me up, some crocodile has caught me up. The moment he said Mudala, that Huhu became crocodile. Because since this Devala is a Bhagavata, he is a Hari Bhakta, right? Whatever comes from a Hari Bhakta, it becomes true. Then the moment Huhu, the crocodile comes up and he cries, oh Devala, it was me, Huhu. Then Devala says, Apacharam, I didn't know that it was you. I thought some crocodile who was pulling my leg. Then Huhu asks, how would I get my curse ridden? Then he says, one day the Sakshat, the Chakra, Alva, Sudarshana Chakra will come and will touch you, and your curse will be gone, and you will again return to Gandharva Lokam. So this is how Crocodile also has a story. Ramanna, when he was mentioning about Gajendra Mokshan, while he was talking, he said, one day he went to give Gajendra Moksham Harikatha to set off Bhagavata's house. And then Ramanna started to speak about normal story, Gajendra story and all. Then Guruji specifically told her that whenever you are speaking Gajendra Mokshan, for outsiders, you can speak just as a story. But when you are speaking for satsangis, there has to be a little Vedantam to it. So Ramanna gives very important aspect while he was speaking this Gajendra Mokshan. He says these three important elements that we are going to see are the servants of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and he uses these three servants to play a leela in this universe. That is how he runs this universe. One is Swabhavam, Kalam, and another one is Karma. So Swabhavam, as it says, it is the nature. So here we saw the nature of crocodile, we saw the nature of Gajendra. Kalam, it is the time when the curse has to end. And Karma. So Gajendra did Bhagavata Apacharam, small Apacharam, and the crocodile also did. So with these three elements, if you take a triangle, the Jiva will sit in the center and all the edges are these three, Swabhavam, Kalam, and Karma. We are all, this Jiva is bound by these three. And we can see how Bhagavan brought these two together with these three qualities. Swabhavam, Gajendra, when he was Indradyumna, he shouldn't be proud when he was supposed to be proud. So that was his Swabhavam. And same with Huhu, he shouldn't have drawn or he shouldn't have played this unwitty game, fun game of pulling a Bhagavata's leg. And Kalam, when there was when the elephants, Gajendra along with the elephants were searching for water, they could have gone to any other pond. Why would they have gone to this pond exactly? Okay, they went to that pond. Why did this crocodile exactly catch hold of Gajendra's leg? So that is Kalam. And the Karma, now Gajendra did Sharanagati and he went to Vaikuntham. And who got his curse done, and he went back to Gandharva. So these three things, and in all these three things, the karma is the major, supreme. So when this jiva is in this cycle, how the next birth is decided is, first one, Bhagavan sees the Swabhavam, nature. On the nature, what body that jiva will get based upon the Swabhavam. And next he sees the Kalam, when this Jiva has to attain the next birth. But even these two are there, he will mainly consider the karma. About the karma, whether he did punyam or papam, based on that he will allot all these, the next body. So this is how, this is all was taught by Agastya Muni to Gajendra. And now with this intent, he starts this beautiful stuti of Gajendra Stuti containing 28 verses. And in this, based upon these three things, we may think that why is Bhagavan playing this game? And here Anna says, Bhagavan is not playing this game randomly. He will always try to work together with these three things and always trying his best to bring the jiva back to him. And he will be waiting when this jiva surrenders. So Bhagavan doesn't know even to punish him. He is a Karunya Murti, punishes. So this is how that whole Gajendra and the crocodile were brought into the sea. That way, their curses have been ended. So now Gajendra starts this beautiful stuti with Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yatayetat Chidatmakam Purushaya Dimejaya Pareshaya Vidhimahi. Here, Gajendra, if you see in this whole Gajendra stuti, he uses this Namo word lot of times. This is to ensure, or this is to show the greatness of surrender. And next he says Bhagavate. So this Bhagavate is given, this name is given to that Bhagavan because he has these 6 opulences. Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yashasya vairagyasya atha mokshasya shannam bhaga itirana. So the one who possesses all these 6 opulences is called Bhagavan, Aishwaryasya. He is the one who gives power and position, Aishwaryam. And he has that Aishwaryam. And he is Samagrasya. He is Paripurnam by himself, and he can make others also Paripurnam. And Dharmasya, his own avatar, Rama, shows how Dharmatvan he is. And he can also make anybody Dharmatma. And Yashasaha, he can give fame, Kirti to anybody. He can give whoever does Krishna Bhakti, he can give Kirti, fame to them if they pray. Shriyaha, so he is himself the Shriyah Patihi, Narayana himself, so he can give Shriya to anybody. And Vairagya, even though he has all these 6 opulences, he is unattached with all these 6. So he is himself a Vairagyan. And here, gopis are saying, Yadanu Charita Leela Karna Piyusha Viprit. So gopis are saying, whoever happens to listen to this beautiful Krishna Kada Edrichaya, with his grace and Guru's grace, they can become even Vairagis. So he can make anybody Vairagi. And Moksha Pradhan. So he is the one who liberates. So all these opulences who has to that Bhagavan, I am praying. And here, when he says Namo Bhagavate, he is mentioning to Vasudevaya. He is none other than Sri Krishna himself. Because whenever somebody calls PM or whenever somebody calls Narendra Modi, both are the same. Correct? So whenever he says Bhagavate or whenever he says Sri Krishna, both are Sri Krishna himself. So he is bounding or he is praying to this Krishna, to that Krishna. Tasmai, that he is praying to that consciousness who cannot be seen by anybody, who cannot be understood by anybody, only Parama Purushas can understand who he is praying to that Tasmai. Yata Yeta Chit Atmakam. So he is praying to that Chit or that Sri Krishna who is sitting in everybody. So he is saying, Gajendra is saying, I am praying to that. I know you are sitting inside me and I am praying to you. Without you, how can I even chant this stuti? So Bhagavan, please protect me. Please give me moksham. Please cut all these bonds and take me back. Purushaya Adibijaya Pareshaya Abhidimahi. He is praying on behalf of all of us. Then he continues to say, Madrik Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namolayaya Swamshena Sarvatanu Manasi Pratita Pratyagdrishe Bhagavate Brihate Namaste. So he's saying Madrik Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya. All the people like me who are surrendering to you and who are tied to this bond of birth and death, Vimokshanaya, who you are the one that can, get us mukti. You are the one that can untie us. For example, a cowherd, there is a calf and a mother. What this cowherd does is, he will tie this calf on one direction and the mother on another direction. The calf cannot untie itself to go to the mother. She has to, even though she has to shout, and then she has to wait patiently for the cowherd only to come and untie. That way it can go to its mother. So like that, Gajendra is saying, we cannot untie all our bonds. You only, and you are the only person that can untie us from this bond. And he further says, Muktaya, you are the one that gives mukti. Bhuri Karunaya Namo Alayaya. You are the only free one that can free us. Bhuri Karunaya. To this Bhuri, Anna says, Guruji has given lot of examples how this Bhuri Karunaya, for this one word. Bhuri Karunaya is, there is no measurement for your Karuna. You are so much compassionate. You are that Karuna Murti. Karuna Murti Ni Allavo Karna. Karuna Murti Ni Allavo Karna. Sharanendru Vandore Aranai Rakshitum. Sharanendru Vandore Aranai Rakshitum. Karunamurti Niyallavo Karna. So you are the Karunamurti, Bhuri Karunaya. So when Draupadi needed 9 yards of sari in that sabha, you gave Akshaya. When Yudhishthira wanted 5 villages, you gave the entire world to them. When Draupadi and her patis wanted 5 grains of rice, you gave Akshaya Patra. You are that Karuna Murti. That is why you only have to come and untie us from this bond. And Namo Alayaya. That is, there is no rest for you. Because you will be always sitting and waiting. Who is calling me and where I can go and, protect them and untie this bond. And one more beautiful Madhura Geetam which I can see is Adaital Pudodi Varuma Nam Premika Varanam Adaital Pudodi Varuma. So in this Madhura Geetam also, Guruji beautifully says how when you call, how Premika Varanam will run up. So here Gajendra is saying, Namo Alayaya, Muktaya, Bhuri Karunaya, Namo Alayaya. Swamshena Sarvatanu Brid Manasi Pratita Pratyak Drishe Bhagavate Brihate Namaste. So he's saying, I am the Amsha of you. I belong to you. You are my mother. You are my father. I came from you. You have that Shakti and you are the only one that can get back me to you. Then he says, Yam dharma kama dhamimukti kama bhajanta ishtam gatima apnubanti kim tvashisho ratyaphi deham avyayam karotu me adabradayo vimokshanam. So I am praying for vimokshanam, moksham. I know whenever somebody does Krishna bhajana, bhajanta ishtam gatimaptuvanti. Whenever somebody does Krishna bhajana with any desire, you give them dharma. If they ask for dharma, you give them dharma. Ardha, you give them their prosperity. Kama, you give them all their desires. You don't interfere about what they ask, but you are so Karunamurti, you give them everything. I am just asking moksham. Why don't you come immediately, O Bhagavan? Then he says, he goes on with the stuti and he prays to Bhagavan, and then suddenly he remembers I know Bhagavan, I prayed Bhagavan, but without the blessings of our Radharani, how does Krishna will come? Ayyo, I could have prayed Radharani from first only. Then he says, Namo Namastubhyam Asahya Vega Shaktitrayaya Hiladi Gunaya Prapanna Duranta Shaktaye Kadindriyana Manavapyavatmane. So he says, I have completely forgotten about your dear consort, Srimati Radharani. Let me immediately pray her. That way she will send you immediately. I know why that lotus was there. Radharani only must have, that Padmavati Devi, Sakshat Devi, she only must have put that lotus to save me. I remember that. And then he says, Shakti Trayaya Akhiladi Gunaya. So there are three Shaktis of our Bhagavan. Icha Shakti or Hladini Shakti, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. Icha Shakti or Hladini Shakti is our own dear Radharani. She is the Prema Swarupa. So with these three Shakti, you are the most powerful. Oh Tai, please send Bhagavan immediately. I am praying to you also. Then he goes, Evam Gajendra Mupavarnita Nirvishesham Brahmadayo Vidalinga Vidavimanaha Naite Yadopasasprahurnikilatmakatvat Tatra Akila Maramayo Hariravidasi Tam Tadvadartham Upalapya Jagannivasah Stotram Nishamya Divijaihi Saha Samstuvattihi Chando Mayena Garudena Samudhyamanaha Chakrayudho Abhyagamat Ashu Yato Gajendraha Parandu Vargilran Bhakta Duradara Garuda Meedu Yamandu Vargilran. So when Gajendra finishes the stuti, so many alvars have said that the moment Gajendra stopped praying, like finished praying, literally he didn't even see what is he wearing. He just got up from the Shesha and then Sesha Talpa, and then he ran up. Then immediately he said, Garuda, where are you? And then Garuda followed him immediately, and Bhagavan is rushing up. Then Chakratalvar was literally chasing him behind. He's calling. He's not at all even thinking to stop. He's just running, and all the devatas, Brahma, Shiva, and all the devaganas, they're asking Garuda, hey Garuda, please slow down. We have to get our vahanams ready, and we cannot miss this beautiful sight of Bhagavan giving moksham to Gajendra. Please slow down. We are also getting ready. So in that bhava, they say that this was the scene when Gajendra, after Gajendra finished the stuti, and then our Shukamani says Jagan Nivasaha. So right there, then and there, Bhagavan manifested himself with Garuda and with Chakra Alvar, and it seems he came with empty-handed. Why? Because he's saying Om Namo Bhagavate, Namo Bhagavate, Namo Bhagavate. He was literally worried at the Bhagavan, because he's calling Bhagavate. I am the Bhagavate. I am the one who has those 6 opulences. Who knows? Anybody can come. I have to go first. That was his intention. The Bhagavan's intention to go and take the hand of Gajendra. So here, when Gajendra sees Bhagavan coming with Garuda Alva and Chakra and all the devatas, and then Gajendra thought, when Bhagavan is here, I cannot just greet him with an empty-handed up. Then he takes a lotus from that pond and he offers to Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. And then all the other devatas, they say, Gajendra was seeing at everybody. They say that We are not the ones that are going to take that pond. Here is your Bhagavan. And then, so antasarasya urubhalena grihitatho drishtva garutpati harim kaupata chakram ukshipya sambhujagaram giramaha krichrate narayana khila guru bhagavan namaste narayana khila guru bhagavan namaste narayana khila guru bhagavan namaste. So then, Ukshipya Sambuja Karam Giramaha Krishna. So this Ukshipya Sambuja Karam, Sa Ambuja Karam, Karambujam. So that itself is a lotus. So this lotus also indicates that all the 6 supplants, the Bhaga word. So here, Bhagavan, Gajendra picks up this lotus and offers with love. And he says, this lotus is how this lotus grew in a dirty pond, but it is still pure like that. I have also been with an impure things, but now I have, please make me pure and take me with you. And he also says, when you came, I cannot just offer you my pranams with an empty hand. That is why this lotus. And since you are the Padmanabha, that is why this lotus. And you are the Kamalanatha, that is why this lotus. And I am not an Indrajumna where I can pray with my Vak. So I am offering my Hridaya Kamalam, that is why this indication of lotus. And then he says, Giramaha Krichrat. So when the moment this Gajendra saw Bhagavan, his throat was all gadgad. He was so sad because when he thought, when I had a janma of Indrajumna, I could have prayed loudly, I could have shouted, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, but I couldn't do it. But I cannot do it now. But still I'm able to give this lotus to you. So his throat and all become with that sadness. And on one side, he was very happy that he can show the gratitude. So Bhagavan came and took the lotus from his the trunk. And here it is said, he was, when Gajendra was thinking all this, he said, Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. So he saw everywhere his guru is not there. Then he says, Bhagavan, Guru, Harimu, Vere, like they are not different. So you are my guru, you are my Narayana. Please accept this lotus and give me moksham and protect me. Tam viksha piditamajaha sahasavatiriya sagrahamashu sarasaha kripayojahara grahati paditamukadarina gajendram sampashyatam harinamumichadriyana. So now Bhagavan touched Gajendra and has ordained Chakra Talwar. Chakra Talwar goes and kills this crocodile. This crocodile becomes Huhu and does the Namaskaram and returns to his Gandharva Loka. And Bhagavan gives Sarupya Mukti, Moksham for him, and he takes back his Gajendra to Vaikuntham. So here Sukumani says, whoever, so there, as I said before, there is a lot of description of this Trikuta Parvatam. Because of shortage of time, we couldn't go over that. But Sukumani clearly says, whoever thinks either that even a single leaf from that Trikuta Parvatam, or whoever thinks about me, or whoever thinks about Gajendra, whoever thinks about this whole scene, I will make sure that they remember me at their last time of the Kala. So this is the Phalashruti of Gajendra Moksha. And also he says, this Tamasa's son called as Hari Meda and Hari Medra, those are the couple. His son is also called as, his name as Hari. So even if we remember that Hari, you will be remember, you will remember me at the Antima Kalam. Here, Alvar sings a Basuram where he describes துப்புடையார அடைவதெல்லாம் சோர்விட துணையாவர் என்றே ஒப்பில்லே நாதிலும் நின்னடைந்தேன் ஆனைக்கு நீ ஆசை அருள் செய்தனால் எப்போ என்னை வந்து நலியும் போது அங்கு எதுவும் நான் உன்னை நினைக்க மாட்டேன் அப்போதைக்கு இப்போதே சொல்லி வைத்தேன் அரங்கத்தாரவனை பள்ளியானே. So here Alvar is saying, during that time where I'm about to leave my body, I know for sure that I cannot remember you. So for that, now only I am chanting your name. Please remember this. I know you must think that I did a dhairyam of singing this Pasuram. But still, since you gave moksham to Gajendra, with that liberty, I am praying to you. So please consider me. With this, we will, and there is another Madhura Geetam where Guruji sings, Indru pol endrum enai nee kaathidal vedum premika varada ஆனை கன்று அருள் செய்த கண்ணா திரௌபதி மானம் காத்து உத்தமனே. In the last he says, பேதை என்னை காப்பது கடலே. So there are 5 senses. These are like crocodiles which are even dragging me down and down. Oh, Premika Varada, please protect me from with this, with a prayer to our Guru Maharaj, that we shall be always chanting the divine name whenever and wherever possible. Pray to the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj. Radhe Radhe. Kayena vacha manasendriyeva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai Srimannarayanaayeti samarpayami. Gopika Jeevana Smaranam Govinda Govinda. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Radhe Radhe.